What's going on, guys? Today we're checking out the Sram Red 12-speed AXS or AXS chain. I got a couple of them here through the supply chain that we're kind of dealing with right now. It's kind of forced me into this, but these guys are both 114 length, hollow pin rivets, which is the big one, and it comes with that power lock quick connector. So let's take a look. So this is how things come out of the box. We've got a couple user guides here. Nothing too crazy. If you want to learn some languages, go nuts. I know there's a lot of information in there. Nothing too enjoyable. They come with a quick link. So it does come with one of those guys, which is awesome. If not, if you want more than one, they're not supposed to be reusable, but I think they're like a couple bucks each online, and you can get them in like 10 packs and whatnot if you're constantly changing them out for waxing your chain. I think they've realized that right out of the box, a lot of the Sram Red users don't want to have to degrease and clean and get all this stuff off, so the chain itself doesn't have any product on it, or if it does, it is extremely light. I'm not getting any markings on my table here, so I think there's nothing on it. So as we can see on the chain itself, the main thing here obviously for the AXS or AXS Road Grupo, I've got bikes equipped with Force. I've got AXS Rival now and another bike with Red on it currently. They all share the same flat top design. And traditionally what you'd see in a chain is more kind of on the bottom here where it's kind of recessed in to hug the chain rings. When you are getting into the flat top style, they say blah blah blah, it wears longer, it has higher strength ratios, whatever marketing spin they want to put on it. The main thing here is I think it just looks cool more than anything, and differentiates itself between a KMC and a Shimano chain or whatever. Likely, I'm assuming they have a patent on it, but I just think they look great. Now, if we're looking at the chain itself, you can see it's covered in red and SRAM on the sides, which looks awesome. So for those eagle-eyed aficionados out there at the crit race that are going to come up and throw a magnifying glass on your chain to see if you have cred, then obviously it's super important that they see red versus Force. But for the rest of us, I think the main differentiator between this and a Force chain is the fact that it has hollow pins. Pins are the little parts here that hold the links together. So that's a pin and that's a pin. All that means is that there's no material on the inside of it, and hopefully I can kind of show that. If not, it might not be the best, but you can kind of see through it. So that's weight savings to a T there. Is it noticeable on the bike? I don't think so. They do say one of the advantages is that it's a little quieter. I don't know if I noticed that at all compared to the Force, but it is what it is. There's a little bit closer up of a shot of the hollow links themselves, if the last frame didn't show that as much. But yeah, it's just kind of takes a little bit of weight off the chain compared to the Force. Otherwise, the shifting performance is just about on par, if not the same. They do say that some of this stuff is, in fact, designed and engineered to work with its correlating cassette. I haven't had any issues mixing and matching anything from Rival, Force, or Red, but you know, take that with a grain of salt. So who's this chain for? Well, obviously somebody who you know, wants to save a few extra grams versus the Force counterpart. Someone who's wanting to buy something that isn't already pre-lubricated, which really helps when you are waxing like myself. Or somebody who you know, just wants to have that little extra bling factor running the highest performance group set from SRAM. So I'm currently using it on my Athos and not having any issues with it. And I did run a Force chain prior to that. And you know, both have been flawless, and if it were up to me, I'd probably stick with the Force just based on that I can buy two of them for the same price as one of these. But given circumstances, here we are with supply chain issues, so I've got a couple red chains to use, and yeah, more feedback to come. But otherwise, any questions, leave them below. Like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And until next time, chat later. See you guys.